What are your takeaways from the game as you watch that? Some of the things you thought went really well, some of the things that concern you.
Yeah, I would start with Jacoby Brissett. You looked at that opener and it was shaky, right? And then I think he's played really well the last two games. I mean, winning football, right? It wasn't his fault they lost that Jets game. And he played a big part. I know there's going to be a lot of focus on the run game, and I get it. But Jacoby Brissett made big throws, and I don't think the conditions were easy down on that lakefront. The wind was blowing, especially early. And I thought he fired the ball, a lot of zip on his throws. He's moved better the last two games. His footwork's been cleaner, and maybe that's just a comfort level in the offense. We saw what he could do on those quarterback sneaks, and those are huge, converting the third and fourth and shorts. So he's my biggest takeaway. Then you get David Njoku, had a big game from a receiving perspective. He's been good blocking, but that was a big game for him from a receiving perspective. Amari Cooper had another 101-yard game with the touchdown. And then Nick Chubb runs the ball like Nick Chubb does, and they wore him down in the second half. And that, when you hear Mike Tomlin say, hey, we knew we had to stop him and we couldn't do it, that's a feather in the Browns' cap, right? Because they've been out-toughed and out-physicaled by the Steelers many times over the last couple of decades. And to turn the tables, I think is a big point. And then disappointing-wise, Cade York misses the extra point. It was tough conditions, but that's 2 extra points in 2 weeks for him. That's about it. Myles Garrett, no sacks, but the Steelers did a bunch to take him, try to limit his impact. But, from the Browns' perspective, you need to see him still get to the quarterback. But I didn't think there were a whole lot of negatives, especially with how they responded to that really impossible and not impossible, but that really difficult loss to the Jets.
Yeah, the only way you can describe that was a fourth quarter collapse.